It's John Bowden from Rock History Canada. Homelessness is something that we've all seen. As we talk about it in this interview that's coming up, if you grew up in the 70s, maybe you didn't see it all the time. And maybe you only saw it when you went to a big city. By the 80s, quite a bit more. And now we have teachers, folks who have lost their jobs, who are living on the street or in their car. Richard Todd from the band Redpath Traffic has put together The Forgotten Homeless, a song featuring a lot of great Toronto artists. And here's what the main message is right now. Give us 4 minutes of your time. All the proceeds are going to a great cause to help homeless people, but all they ask for you is to go into the description of this video and click on the link to this song. That's all they ask. Richard's a great musician and a great hang, a nice guy to talk music with. Here's our chat. Tell me the impetus of this project.
Well, it started several years ago with an initiative I had called Warm It Up. Warm It Up was designed to go out into the world and people who are in need of support, give them coffee cards so they could get in out of the cold. It was a particularly cold December that year. Get them out of the cold into a warm spot, have a warm drink, and they can relax for a little bit. That later morphed into something called Sock Patrol, where we went out to give out pairs of socks to people who were in need, right? And it was great. It was a great initiative. Lots and lots of people. It went viral, and about 3,000 people was the last number I heard that were supported through this, which is great. So fast forward to a few years ago when my band and I, Redpath Traffic, we were in a bar downtown as part of a showcase. There was a young man on the stage, and this young man, clean-cut guy, nice looking kid, 22, 23 years old, played songs, sang well, played well. It's very nice. But at the end of his set, he said, "Is there anybody out there who has a bed or a couch I can sleep on? I have nowhere to go tonight." Which is just compelling. And what it really hits home is that there are many faces to homelessness, right? You have the stereotypical image a lot of people do in their head when they think of someone who's homeless. It's like what you see in the movies, someone who's homeless, right? But there are so many faces to it, including this young, clean-cut kid who had nowhere to go. And you realize all the other stories that are out there. The woman who's escaping domestic abuse, or that young person who is getting away from a toxic household, someone who was gainfully employed, had a run of bad luck, didn't have enough savings to get him through if he lost his job and he winds up sleeping in his car. Lots of stories, couples who divorce, and then they wind up, one of them or both of them can wind up homeless as well. It extends beyond what we imagine homelessness looks like. And there are so many stories out there. And that was really an eye-opening moment for me to really hit home the idea that homelessness is, it can hit anybody.
When did that light bulb, or were you raised that way to care about your fellow man?
People who are creative, they have an inherent sense of empathy, right? They were able to tell stories and able to motivate people, and they might see the world in a much different way than the average people do, right? And that's not saying creative people are better or worse than others. It's really just to say that a lot of them have that kind of gift. So caring about others, it's funny you should ask about whether I was brought up this way, because I grew up in a small town called Newmarket, which is just a little bit north of where I am here in Toronto. Homelessness was something that happened elsewhere.
Yeah.
Back then, right? You made a trip into Toronto. Oh, wow, there's someone who's homeless. So it wasn't really the issue back then, at least there, that it is now. But it's funny speaking about Newmarket, because the most recent stat that I heard was 15,400 people tonight, just in Toronto alone, might not have a place to sleep tonight. Those are the homelessness statistics. And that's a small town. 15,000, imagine that, just here in Toronto. But now, places, like I said, with Newmarket, Barrie, Kitchener, London, they all have tent encampments, homeless populations. It's unbelievable how far and widespread this crisis is. With the song, everyone has a story.
Yeah.
They've all come from different backgrounds and different histories and different means. And there are two lines in the song that have really touched a lot of people, and they are the tales that they tell, they being the homeless people, the tales that they tell could be ours as well. Yeah. Right. I mean, so many people are just on the precipice of finding themselves in an untenable situation that we really need to do something to not just turn the tide now, but prevent this from becoming worse, because also signs point to this isn't going away anytime soon.
The song is fantastic. I love the fact that you guys, instead of having a mic in front of everyone, I like the way you did that. How long was that processed to put together, and who did that video?
Well, the video was shot by Joan Prowse. She is the wife of Chris Burkett, who produced the song. And it was inspired by all of the people who came before us, all the musicians. We're talking about the Concert for Bangladesh. We're talking about We Are the World and Live Aid. I mean, this isn't anything new, but it's something that can certainly be repurposed to help support all kinds of needs. So the experience was great. All the singers came together and worked frightfully well together. No egos. We had fun. And it was such a great experience with everybody.
How can people help?
Yes, stream the song. I mean, primarily. And here's the magic part about that. Not everyone is comfortable going out into the streets and giving things to homeless people. It's not for everybody, right? And a lot of people, especially in these economic times, might not have the disposable cash to donate to a cause. This streaming song gives everybody a way to participate in the solution. It costs you nothing. It takes 4 minutes of your time to stream it once. So if you can stream it multiple times, that's even better. And the royalties from every stream is donated to Wood Green Community Services Unmet Needs Campaign, which helps connect people to vulnerable people to supportive housing. So primarily, I would say, if you want to help, stream the song as many times as you can, because every stream counts towards finding sustainable solutions. But if you do have some money that you can donate, I encourage you to go to the Wood Green website, and they will and to learn more about the program and make a donation directly there.
Well, tell me about your musical upbringing. How did you get to where you're at?
Well, like many before me, I was inspired by the first time I heard a group you might have heard of called the Beatles.
1964.
Yeah, well, I don't go back that far, but it's still in the 70s when I first heard them. Yes, my life hasn't been the same ever since. And it's not only that intangible quality that this band had, right? That speaks to people on so many different levels. It was their power to evoke emotion through their songwriting, right? And really, that's key. So for me, I thought, this is just a wonderful way to express myself with music, right? So I've been a musician ever since. Never full time, but still, I've never lost touch with my musical roots. And now, Redpath Traffic, we just, our most recent single, that was Dundas Square. We have another one coming up called 2 Bites. And we're having a lot of fun playing the bars in the GTA, all across the GTA. And we're looking forward to getting this new song out. So it's been a wonderful experience for me being a singer, songwriter, musician, and it's most rewarding to help support other people with my capabilities of writing a song and putting it together and organizing people to really help support a great cause.
Tell me about the exhibit. There's an exhibit happening till the 30th?
Yeah, so I was very honored by Museum Toronto when they contacted me and said, we're having an exhibit called At Home in Toronto. It's at the Market Gallery location above St. Lawrence Market. They said that we're opening this gallery, or this exhibit rather, and it's about what home means to you. We're aware of the forgotten homeless, and we would love you to contribute something to our exhibit. It was truly an honor to be asked. So at the exhibit is the guitar, which I wrote that song on, The Forgotten Homeless, as well as others. But in this case, the point is The Forgotten Homeless. People can watch the video, and there's a QR code right there. They can just scan it and stream the song right away, right? So while you're at the exhibit, give it a quick stream before you forget about it. And stick to your favorites and stream it as often as you can.
Anyway, really nice talking to you.
You as well.
Shannon's going to get to this like right now.
Okay.
Take good care of yourself.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, bye
Thanks.
now.
Bye-bye. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. John Bowden, this is Rocky Street Canada.